Yo. Yo. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Yo. What up? What up? I'm for y'all. I don't know what the fuck happened. That need to be fixed though. What's up with all these flawed ass fucking streaming services, bro? All I did was take my fucking AirPods out the case and all my fucking audio just completely turns off, and then they don't give me an option to switch the audio or nothing. Shitty, bro. I swear to God. But then all it show you when you go to the settings, it just tell you about the monetization. I was like, oh, that's all y'all motherfuckers give a fuck about. Bitch ass. That's all y'all care about. But what's going on, y'all? What we talking about? What we talking about? We ain't gonna be on here too much longer, but fuck it. What we talking about? Wow. You say you gonna have to delete this one when you done? Yeah, most likely. Unless some crazy shit happen. Slime keep deleting StreamYard. StreamYard being a little bit, he playing it out now. You starting to not be funny no more, brother. Starting to be annoying now. Look. Go 787, what up? Yeah, I seen Bud run up on T.O. Had T.O. Copping a plea low key. That's called bitching where I'm from. Nigga, if you a racist, stand on that shit that you talking about. You nut ass nigga. And watch T.O. go hide somewhere and pull out a banana again and make a video about it. Pussy ass nigga. Bud too nice for real. I'd have slapped that nigga. Nigga said nigga got the box with him. Yeah. You do what you want when you at your own crib, cuz. If I want to keep that motherfucking box with me, that's what I'm gonna do. Pause. Shout out to my boy Lorenzo with the $5 super chat. He says Virgil getting smoked if he rumble with Boots. I gotta like that one, brother. You feel me? That boy speaking truth over there. Shout out to the boy Lorenzo for that $5 super chat. I mean, I agree, man. Like Virgil, strong, aggressive, got dog in him, come forward, relentless pressure, great conditioning. You know what I'm saying? And he punched with bad intentions. So if Boo's lacking or he not fighting the fight he need to be fighting, you know what I mean? Like he can make it tougher than what it is, but you know, well, everything that Boo's got in his arsenal, bro, I think he systematically breaks down Virgil. I think he could stop Virgil if we being honest. John Money said, how you feel about the Tank and Lamont fight? How do you feel about the Tank and Lamont fight? I think that's the better question. You know, it's another fight from Tank that we don't want to see. Lamont Roach, he a champion at 130, coming up to 135. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But this is yet again another opponent that Tank has selected, handpicked, that we did not ask for him we didn't ask for to see him fight Lamont. Okay, easy work. Are you content with seeing Tank fight easy work all the time? Or would you rather him, fight other elite guys in his division? You know what I'm saying? There's bigger, better fights to be made. You know what I mean? So if you content with seeing Tank just knocking out guys that's now his level, then he giving you the fights that you want to see. But as a hardcore boxing fan, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He said yes, but are they willing to fight him? Of course they are. There's been several opponents in Tank's past and currently in the present with Gervonta Davis that want to fight him. Why would they avoid the biggest payday of their careers? Why would they avoid the biggest payday of their careers? Why would they do that? They that scared of Tank? That Tank has no other choice. So Tank's just this avoided fighter that nobody wants to fight. Of course they willing to fight him. Of course they willing to fight him. But, it's all up to Tank. He's the A side. And traditionally how it goes in boxing, when you're the A side, you're the one that's sending offers. Or at least you go out of your way to accept an offer for somebody who's, willing to pay for the fight, a.k.a. Turkey Al-Sheikh. You feel what I mean? But, he's said on several occasions how, he needs this, and that in order to, get a fight with Turkey Al-Sheikh. Look, there's been several fighters in the past that have done what they could. They even try to use the politics of boxing and sanctioning bodies to fight Tank. But, I remember when, Gervonta Davis had the WBA regular title at the time, and Devin Haney had the legit WBA title at the time with him being undisputed champion, and he tried to force Gervonta to fight him through the WBA. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis's team shot it down and threatened to, vacate their belts and that they don't need no fucking belts and all this shit. And the WBA, they ran over to their corner in fear because they didn't want to fuck up that them sanctioning fees that they would get from Tank. You know what I mean? Back at 130, Lomachenko called him out vigorously. Tevin Farmer called him out consistently. Gary Russell said he was willing to move up to 130. You know what I mean? Another fighter from the DMV that he could have fought didn't fight him. You know what I mean? 135, it was much of the same. I don't need to keep going through this, y'all. Devin Haney was there, didn't fight him. Teofimo was there, didn't fight him. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these, the only guy he ended up fighting was Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia wasn't anybody. He was just a popular fighter. He was a popular nobody. Beat absolutely nobody notable. Still has yet to have a notable win on his resume till this day. Who has Ryan Garcia beat? Watch out, dickheads come. Devin Haney. He didn't beat Devin Haney. He got caught with performance enhancement drugs. When motherfuckers get caught on PEDs, after a fight, that win don't count. And that's just the reality. Xander will beat Virgil if that fight happens. You think so? I don't know. I think Virgil's a little dangerous for Xander's style. I think Virgil's a little too dangerous. because Xander punches so much, he leaves himself open to a lot of counters and shit like that. I think Virgil too strong, too explosive. I don't know if he got the defense necessary to keep Virgil up off him, or for Virgil to not hit him clean. I still think Xander's a bit green at this point. I'm not gonna say they rushing him to a world title, but I do think he's underdeveloped. I think he need a few more developmental fights where we can start talking about fighting for a world title or at least any of the elite 54s. You said, who, in your honest opinion, could beat Tank from 135 to 140? I can't tell you who will beat Tank. We just will just have to see the fights happen. But there's some good fights that's out there for him. There's elite level guys there. Why? You know, we got Shakur Stevenson, of course, probably the biggest fight he can make right now. 35. You know, Keyshawn Davis, who's a WBO champion, he can make that fight happen right now. You know, and I'm not gonna say that Keyshawn not ready. Once you get a world title, you need to be ready for all the smoke that's available. Vasyl Lomachenko, I know he ran away from the block the first time, but if he gets back active, I'm sure that's a fight that he can make, or at least spin the block on. I know Lomachenko, ducked him for the time being, but Gervonta has also ducked Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? 140. There's some good guys that he could fight, but I know he will never fight them. Like Gary Antoine Russell, if he were to beat Rayo, that'll be a good fight. He from the DMV. He already avoided his older brother. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a good fight. If Devin Haney still considers himself a 140, that's a fight that could be made. There's a lot of fights, but I can't really say who will beat him. You know what I mean? I know that there's some competitive fights out there, more meaningful fights out there in comparison to Lamont Roach. I'll tell you that. There's more dangerous and, more attractive fights than Lamont Roach. Bethaniel says 154 is stacked, but will they all fight each other, especially PBC, usually keeping it in-house? I mean, like I said, with Turkey Al-Sheikh, willing to put on these big events and pay these guys what they feel they're worth, it's definitely possible. But I do think a lot of these guys are going to fall off before they end up fighting each other. Like, you see Tim Tszyu was at the top of the division at one point. He fell off. You feel what I'm saying? Jamel might get back in the picture and throw somebody off. You know what I mean? Like this, I don't know if everybody's going to be able to fight each other, but I do think that in time, the cream will rise to the top, meaning there's going to be one man standing when all the dust settles. Ortiz look huge versus Madrimov. I think Madrimov is a small 54 in all honesty, but Virgil also is not little. It looks like he puts on a good amount of weight after the weigh-ins. You know what I mean? Like, I think in reality, well, not in reality, I'm not sure. But I do believe that Virgil weighs at least 170 the night of the fight. Give or take. I think he'd be about 170. He looked like he put on a good 15, 16 pounds after a weigh-in. He do look that big. You know what I mean? But that's just a guess, though. I don't know. But it's possible. I'll tell you that. If Berlanga going from 168 to 193 in 24 hours, who knows what Virgil putting on, bro. A lot of these niggas is finessing the game. More weight manipulation. It's impossible for all of them to fight. This is what Marlon says. It's impossible for all to fight each other, but it's possible for the majority of them to fight. I agree. Technically it's impossible for all of them to fight. Some people gonna fall off, some people gonna rise above other guys and not giving them an opportunity. But it's safe to say that in the time, in whatever time it is, the best will fight the best. And like I said, you know, if they move, if the division's moving in the right direction and politics don't hold it up, there will end up being one champion. There will end up being one champion. When the dust settles, one man will be left standing. 154 owes that to boxing fans, man. There's too much good shit going on in the division for them not to fight each other in hopes for an undisputed champion. Virgil is very strong. Go 787 says, Mark, remember I told you Bohachuk would have stopped Madrimov last pay-per-view. If they would have fought after what I saw today, I'm even more confident if they fight. That would be the outcome. Madrimov looked very, I don't know if he was discouraged from Virgil's power or whatever, but Bohachuk is also a big puncher and applies a lot of pressure himself. So based off of the performance that Madrimov gave us against Virgil, he might have did something similar to Bohachuk, bro. Bohachuk is very strong. He punches like a son of a bitch. Ralph says, I think Booker going to pull off the upset. That's a good fight with Fundora. Damn. Imagine that. Imagine a Cordell Booker upsets Sebastian Fundora and becomes the unified champion at 154. That'd be nuts. And I'll be kind of pissed off. I ain't even going to lie to you. Because now it's just like, yo, Cordell Booker, unified champion of the world? That's crazy. Get him the fuck up out of here. Wish we got Conwell versus Fundora, but it is what it is. They're not going to give Conwell that opportunity. He's very dangerous. They're well aware of his past. I don't got to get into specifics. And he's not that big of a name. And I'm not trying to justify nobody. I'm just telling you what their mindset is. Regardless of whether it's right or wrong, that's what they're thinking. So Fundora at this point, he trying to either get a big money fight like he tried to do with Earl Spence, or he's trying to get an easy fight to retain his titles. Cordell Booker. It is what it is. But I'm rooting for Cordell. I don't really condone that cherry picking shit. So usually when I see a motherfucker cherry picking, I root for the opposite. Even though there's a likelihood it might not go in their favor, I root for him anyway. Like when I seen Canelo cherry pick Jermell Charlo when he got smoke when he had smoke at super middleweight with Benavidez, I was rooting for Jermell. I knew Jermell was going to come up short, but I still rooted for him regardless because I would feel like a sucker if I was supporting a nigga that was openly cherry picking and avoiding fighting the best competition. That's just me though. But let's get one more question in before I get up out of here, man. I'm starting to get a little tired. You know what I mean? So much catch up on some rest. So let me know what it is. What's the last question? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, the 20 people that's in the building. Y'all came right back around after that technical difficulty, man. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And look, I wish Conwell got that opportunity. I think Conwell will beat Fundora. I think he'll actually stop Fundora if we talking about, styles. I think he could beat him, but, I don't think they end up taking them. I don't think he's into taking those high risk, low reward fights, or at least Samson Lukowicz ain't gonna allow that to happen. So we'll see. Oh yeah, when Bruno beat Munguia, oh yeah, man, I was definitely laughing too. Cherry picks going wrong. As a matter of fact, once I get off of here, I'm gonna go on Office Honcho's YouTube page and I'm gonna look at when cherry picking goes wrong. Love that segment he do. Shout out to Office Honcho, one of the best content creators in the boxing world today. He said, "Hope Bruno beats him again." Munguia, he pissed off. He loading up his clips. You feel me? He go training with Canelo and them and like that. They trying to find a recipe to fuck Bruno up. So he loading up his clips. I mean, he trying to light Bruno up this time. He don't, and that shit gonna happen in Mexico too, from what I heard. They should have went to Bruno hometown. You know what I'm saying? Wherever the fuck Bruno from. Where Bruno Sarase from? France or some shit? Yeah, he from France. They punk ass go to France. Motherfucker. I mean, I already beat you in Tijuana. Why the fuck I gotta go back to Mexico? Why don't your punk ass come to France and eat some fish and chips, fuck nigga? Or frog. They be eating frog over there, frog legs. Why don't you come to France and eat some frog legs, fuck nigga? That's what I'd have told him. Fuck you talking about? Fuck you mean? Fish and chips is the UK, my fault. McGee ain't getting no hometown cooking this time. Well, he ain't get it the last time neither. He got sparked. You know what I mean? Them judges kind of played. Them judges wasn't a factor that night. I seen McGill working on defense drills like a motherfucker. He ain't trying to get sparked again. Fuck all that. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel, man. We had a great first live. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I'll make sure that won't happen again. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that spun the block and came back to check in with your boy. You feel what I mean? I'll be back at y'all with another live tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that one. Until then, this is Mazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm out of here, man. Peace.